Hey Cardinals fans, and welcome to this week's episode of Cardinals Game Day. So Chris, what did you think about that game this weekend?
Now, let's talk about UIW's first drive down the field, which was a 5-play, 8-yard drive that took a few minutes off the clock. Now, McNeese, they would respond, and they would respond in a swift manner. They put up 28 unanswered points, which saw the Cards trailing 28-7. UIW would look like they would put up a touchdown going into the locker room to grab some momentum. However, on the ensuing kickoff, Thomas Khalil would return the ball 97 yards for a touchdown, giving the Cowboys a 42-14 half going into the lead. Now, the third quarter would be pretty uneventful as it would go scoreless for both teams. But in the fourth quarter, like the week before in Louisiana, the Cardinals, they would heat up, and they would put up 21 points to cut the lead to only a touchdown for McNeese. Now, the game would come down to an onside kick from Cody Seidel. Let me tell you, Valerie, the kick would be a good one. It would be rolling around on the turf. It would bounce up and down a little bit. But in the end, a Cowboy would recover, sealing the game for McNeese 42-35. Valerie, the Cardinals, they played their hearts out versus a nationally ranked team. McNeese, we talked about it last week, were ranked number 20th in the FCS coaches poll. They fell a little bit short. Now this week, they got the Bobcats, from Texas State in their place. What are you looking forward to this Saturday?
Well, Chris, the keys this week, I would have to say, are pretty similar like last weekend's game. The offense played well for UIW. They put up just shy of 400 yards. They cracked the century mark rushing for the first time this season. So keys to this week's game would take place on 3 phases of the game. So let's get it going. The first key is going to take place on special teams. You know what? The 97 return really did hurt UIW, and it stole their momentum they had going into the locker room. On the other side of it, they had one of the best return units with Cody Edwards and Jordan Hicks, giving the Cardinals excellent field position to start drives. Starting drives, that leads me to the O. Yeah, Chris, they played better this week, but they did have 2 turnovers, which we all know can drive any coach crazy. And lastly, it's the defense. Chris, they gave up 35 in the first half. They're going to need to regain their composure as they're facing even more high-powered offense, the Texas State Bobcats.
Valerie, I definitely agree with you. This game is also going to be audio streamed on KUIW Sports, which is on KUIW.org, and the kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. this week.
And you know what, Chris? This weekend's game will be in San Marcos, so if you can take the trip up there and go ahead to go support your Cardinals. Well, fans, that's all that we have for this week. We will see you in Week 5 of Cardinals Game Day.
All right.